a very interesting one. Today we are going to talk about immigration. So, my question uh, for you, what is immigration? Flor, what's your opinion? What is immigration? Flor, hello. Um,
Uh, can you hear me, teacher?
yes, we can listen to you.
Okay. Well, immigration is when the people to the one country move to another country in search for opportunities, better opportunities like money, uh, economic, um, health, education. I think it's that.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, so Flor, who's your victim?
Fernando.
Thank you.
Thank you, Flor.
You're welcome.
Immigration. I agree with Flor because the majority of people in the continents is a phenomenon. It's historical and not only in American continent, in Europe, the African people migrate to Europe, and in Asia, this too. With poor countries go to China, to Japan, looking for a better opportunities of life. So I think this is a phenomenon
A phenomenon.
phenomenon or 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 human history human.
Aha, it has been historical.
Yes, it is, teacher.
All right, Fernando, thank you very much. Well, I guess that your victim is Maricela.
Yes.
All right,
Fernando. Maggie is
okay.
another option.
That's it.
Okay, I
Okay.
agree with them because I think that immigration is a phenomenon, is a situation that is started when that they start when people wants to be to get a better life, and they decide to move to other country, and maybe they think that they can to get more opportunities than in their own country. Um, we live this phenomenon in our country with maybe our families. I have some friends that moved to Mexico, to the United States, and they want to be in better conditions, better work, I don't know, better life with more less violence, maybe.
That's it. You know what? You mentioned something very sometimes we focus immigration like a situation of looking for more economical stability, but not all the time is because of that reason. Sometimes it's just for saving their lives. Some people are escaping from violence. They are running away from war, so there are many situations that move people to migrate. I totally agree with you all. Well, you know, here we are going to look for some vocabulary. Here we have some vocabulary exponents That will be very useful when talking about immigration. So why don't you look at the words and look for any non-familiar one, something maybe.
Alien?
Alien. Alien
Alien?
is, yeah, alien is a person who is not natural of that place. For example, a a German person is an alien in here.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Attorney, attorney, ¿o cómo se dice, teacher?
Oh yeah, attorney, Fernando.
Attorney.
Attorney is a lawyer. It's a
Okay.
synonym of lawyer.
Attorney.
Attorney.
Attorney. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Amendment?
Amendment. Amendment are international treaties that governments arrange for solving some problems about migration or to regulate the traffic of
Okay.
immigrants.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
What is the meaning of advocate?
Advocate. You know, advocate is another synonym of a lawyer or attorney.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
My pleasure. Samuel, hello, how are you?
Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can listen to you perfectly.
Sorry, because I'm late, but I have been having problems with my connection. Sorry.
No, it's okay, don't worry. The most important is that you are here.
Okay, thank you.
You know what? We are talking about immigration, and here you have some words that can be very useful for you when talking about it, when trying to express some ideas. We are looking for the non-familiar words.
Okay. So what is the meaning of court?
The court is the place where we are going to have an issue, and we are going to make arrangements, agreements about it.
Corte.
Yes,
Corte.
that's it. The court.
Oh, thank you.
My pleasure.
What is the meaning of sorry, teacher,
It's okay.
but why is the alien word in the within the words alien? Why?
In the immigration context, alien is a person who is not natural from here. For example, a Brazilian
Yeah.
is an alien.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. Do me a favor, kids. Now that we have already checked the vocabulary, let's write some examples using the words in the screen. Okay, so it could be, I don't know, uh, um, oh, there have been different amendments between countries to regulate the immigration. That's my example. Okay.
So we have to write our example in the chat or say the example.
Let's write, please, so that we can check grammar, spelling, and communication. and I can give you feedback, all right?
Okay.
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 One example.
Why don't you write 2 or 3? Could you?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, excellent. Samuel wrote, the more immigrants we have in our problems, the more advocates will be busy attending amendment problems. Hey, Samuel, that was a very good example. Excellent. Flor, I gave my passport when I crossed the frontier and the authorities let me pass. Excellent, very good. Marisela, immigration is a phenomenon that the government needs to resolve with legal proposals. Excellent, that's very good. Mari, there it could be useful to say with legal amendments.
Okay, the other. Okay. Yes. Thank you very much. Okay.
My pleasure. Excellent. You know what? Those were very good examples. We are just waiting for Fernando's example. That's all. Okay, so why don't you write one more example? Could you?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent, thank you.
Mm, mm,
Ready, kids? Okay, Samuel wrote, our government should change or improve immigration laws to be less busy spending time in court. Hey, that's a very good example. Thank you, Samuel. That was excellent.
Thank you, teacher.
My pleasure. You're doing very well. Excellent. Fleur wrote, immigration must be assisted by their countries of origin and provides by security to provide of security to their citizens and aliens. Hey, that's great. Excellent. Just those little corrections, okay, Flor?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Well, I guess that we could continue working with the next. Here, Marisela wrote, poverty, it's not poor, poverty, crime, and other issues are causes of the immigration, but also people move up from their countries like religion, war, politics. Excellent. That's very good. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. You know what? I would like you to follow me. Let's go to these images. So, you know what? I think that when people migrate, here we have, they not only have problems looking for a job, but also they have family implications. Sometimes they have to be apart. They have also risks. They endanger their own lives and they suffer from discrimination. So, what's your opinion, Samuel, about what are the problems that immigrants face when trying to pass to any other country?
Well, I think that it's very hard to immigrate in another country because you have to leave your country. You have to live um, in a way. You have to live your life. You have to forget your way of life. So I think that it is very difficult for the immigrants to forget their lives, and also I think that the most important part is the forgetting your family and your relationships. And it is very sad to have to immigrate in another country because of your government is bad. And here in Mexico we have a bad government. I don't know why it seems like the government is oh sorry, oh I can't find the correct word, but I mean that the government is in decadence. I think, for example, I I have heard from one of my parents that in Guerrero there are a lot of problems because in Guerrero, the people don't have a government actually, and sorry, I don't know how to say narcotráfico.
Narco,
Narco? Well,
the narco
uh,
traffic.
the narco, and the narco is taking all the control over the people. So it is very sad to have to immigrate, for example, in USA or in Canada, and to leave your country, because I love Mexico. I think that Mexico is the best country because of the traditions, because of the food, and many things that we can enjoy in our country. And I think that it is very sad to be forced to immigrate.
That's it. Yes, you're right. I totally agree with you. That was very interesting. Thank you very much, Fernando. Please tell us who's next.
Well, I was Samuel, and
I'm sorry,
uh,
Samuel.
don't worry, teacher. And I think the next is Marisela.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Um, I think that when people need to move up to other country is because they have a strong reasons. Maybe the job is the most important reason, or is the common in our country, but also maybe we need or we want a change in our lives. For example, we want a better condition for our children or our family. We want a job with more opportunities, and I don't know, um, the condition of other countries like maybe South Africa or Niger or other countries, they have more problems like the war, civil wars, and they need peace. No money, no other things. Only they need to live uh, without war, without violence. So we have a lot reasons to change. Maybe we can change in our country, but sometimes our government, as Samuel said, is a bad government. The politicians, they don't have a good conscience. They don't think in the society, in the people, and they need to change our style of life because it's not good. Maybe some in I think that.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mari. Yes, our lifestyle should be different.
Okay, lifestyle. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mari, who's your victim?
Mm, Fernando,
Thank you, Marie.
you're
Okay.
welcome.
Okay, in my point of view, uh, I'm immigrant in the United States. So this country, this country had given me, this country had given me the opportunity of working this in this country. So it is difficult to leave the family, but uh, I have a work here. I work hard, and I try to save money for send to my family. Uh, the majority of people in here in this country is a Mexican. They work very hard and they make the buildings. They work in the fields. They work landscaping, and they do everything. The people, the native people here, don't do nothing. Uh, but this kind of jobs give more opportunities to all the people.
Yeah, that's it. Fernando, thank you very much. Well, I
Thank
guess
you.
that your victim may be Flor.
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, thank you. Well, I think the immigrants suffer a lot in your travesty because when they cross for one country, in this case Mexico, they are assaulted and nobody helps them, and they are victims of organized crime or the polleros who assaulted and take all his money.
Yes, they are in constant risk. They are not only looking for some opportunities, but also endangering their lives. And so, you know what? You were talking also about some situations in Guerrero. Uh, we were discussing about the insecurity, that it's another factor that affects people's life, and it forces people to migrate, maybe to look for not only more opportunities for looking for a better job, but also to have security and to save their lives. So you know what, I have some questions for you. Here you are. uh, Flor, what do you think about this? When is immigration helpful to a country, and when is it harmful? Flor, hello. Maybe Flor is having problems with her microphone. What about you, Marie? What do you think about question number one, the first one? When is immigration helpful to a country, and when is it harmful?
Okay, my personal opinion, immigration is helpful when people um, uh, help or is part of the economy of that country, work in that country, or study, and they are a good citizen, and they don't destroy nothing. It's a harmful when the people live in the other country, and they only generate violence. Is maybe a robber, or maybe sell drugs, I don't know, or is a homeless, and they need the country uh, pay the food for him or for her, or for her. I don't know. I think that because one day I talk with one friend that live in Los Angeles, and she told me, Mary, people come to United States and uh, people destroy the the good things that Mexican people do in this country, good people do in this country, and they destroy that. So it's bad for us, for the Mexican that live in the United States, because they come and they organize gangs, pandillas, um,
Gangs, yes.
yes, gangs. So it's bad for the society, for the American society. So American people don't like to Mexican people come to United States. So I think that if you go to other country, United States or other Canada, I don't know, Spain. If you go to work, to study, to do good things, you are welcome. But if you only go to do bad things or a bad attitude or are a bad person, is bad for that country and for our country, because maybe you are here in Mexico or in your country, but you are a bad person. You don't help anyone.
Okay, thank you very much. That was a great answer. Okay, anybody else? Volunteers, kids. Now volunteers. Who wants to talk about?
Okay, teacher.
Yes, Fernando.
Okay, I'm totally agree with Marie.
Thank you.
I think when immigration is helpful is when the immigrants work and contribute to the economy of that country, and is harmful when the people is against the law, when the people destroy. For example, in this country, when you have the opportunity to be in the gringo place or American place or uh, how to say neighborhood of American people, uh, that place look very nice, it's very clean. Uh, their parks look very nice, and when you have the opportunity to be in the neighborhood of Mexican people, look different. The majority of people is drinking on weekend, smoking mota, everything. So that kind of forms of life destroy the appearance of the Mexican people in here.
Yeah, you're right. I think that it is very important. It is not only the image, but also the opinion that people have from the ones who go there. And it's very important. Okay, Fernando, I have a question for you.
Thank you.
In any time, any moment, have you suffered from discrimination?
No, no. In this country, this state, North Carolina, uh, I have about 3 years working here, but no, the discrimination is for the Mexican people, you know, uh, uh, not for the American people or the African American people. No, the Mexican people is the discrimination for them.
I don't understand. So the people who discriminate the others are Mexican people?
Yes, it is
Ah,
Mexican or Latin and Spanish people.
look at this. That's a pity. That is
Yes, it is, teacher.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is a very sad situation because we are supposed to be supporting one to each other. But if we are the ones who make some discrimination to our people. It's incredible. Okay, well, thank you very much. So, you know what? I would like to talk about this question also. When is immigration helpful to a country and when it is harmful? I think that immigration is very helpful to any country because it gives the opportunity not only to have some benefits when we talk about production, but also the culture is wealthy when there is immigration. For example, here, Mexico was a country formed by immigrants. We learned how to speak Spanish because, well, there were immigration here. There were immigrants. Of course, it was not a pacific way. It was not peaceful, but anyway, it was immigration. And they brought us their language. They brought us their appearance, even because we changed our physical appearance when there were the mixture of races. Um, we had changed our way of life. Uh, Mexico has been, well, in my point of view, Mexican has been a mixture of different cultures, different food, different music, different ideologies, and it has made from Mexico the beautiful and the wonderful place that is now. And even our customs have been enriched by many different uses, customs, flavors, colors all over the world. So, in my point of view, that is when immigration could be helpful. What about when it is harmful? Do you remember that topic of the caravans, the immigrant caravans at the beginning of this year here in Mexico?
Yes,
Uh,
teacher.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
So it was incredible. Suddenly, there were thousands of immigrants in here. What happened? Why did they at the same time decided to come to, well, to go to the United States and pass by Mexico? What do you think about the caravans, Samuel?
Well, I'm not agree with the caravans because I remember that some Mexicans um, were trying to help the caravans, and I remember that some Mexicans um, gave them food, gave them water, and other products. I don't remember exactly which products, but in a video I saw um, a little expensive products. I mean, juice, water, chicken, and other foods. And the caravan don't want the products, the help.
Yes, they
They
didn't.
okay, thank you. Sorry, they didn't want the food. For example, they didn't accept the water because they wanted Coca-Cola.
Mhm.
So I don't understand. You you are emigrating from your country because you are finding a better life or what? And many of the people in caravan, they don't want to work. They just want to get money without a job. So I'm not agree with the caravan because I think that those immigrants are harmful for Mexico and even for USA. So I'm not agree with the caravan.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a great opinion. Thank you. Okay, anybody else? Volunteers, kids?
Me, teacher.
Okay, Flor?
I agree with Samuel because when the caravans introduced in the country, it was illegal. They broke the and they cross uh, and respect to the beans, the people.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's it. I think that they crossed not only illegally, but also violently. Okay, so thank you very much, Flor. Fernando, Flor, what do you think about the immigrant caravans?
I'm not agree with the caravan teacher.
Yes.
They
Okay,
they
yes.
destroy. They they did bad things in Mexico.
So, Fernando, the immigrant caravans were supposed to be passing by Mexico and go to the United States. Did you there know about if they could get to the United States or they were deported or what happened?
I'm not sure, teacher, but the president of this nation supposed to be say not no caravans to this country. You know about the news? He
Yes.
he said to Manuel López Obrador, you have to stop the caravans or we take out the negotiations, the business with
Uh-huh.
you.
So,
I'm not sure, teacher. I'm not sure. Supposed to be in the Mexican Constitution. I don't remember the article or the numeral. It said about the cross the people, no, in the nation is free, it's legal, right?
yeah. Mexican Constitution contemplates the help, the humanitarian help, but there are also some more amendments about this help that the government give to immigrants. But yes, you know what? I think that one situation is that Mexico is a very friendly country, and the other one is that the abuse that is being Mexico is suffering the abuse. So, for example, I have heard that in the borderlines in Mexico, in Chiapas,
Mhm.
people are trying to force the entrance, not only to, well, if they don't have any permission for letting in, any passport or something like that, anyway, they fight to the to the customer's
Yes.
officers, I mean. So it's incredible. Hey, anybody else? We needed more opinions.
Me, teacher.
Okay, Samuel.
Um, about the second question, do you think your country needs more or less immigrants? I think that we don't need immigrants. We need tourists, but not immigrants because uh, there are no good immigrants. we have just to look to the continent and see the countries, and I cannot see a good country, for example, um, in Venezuela. I don't think that Venezuela could be have something to give us through the immigrants, because they have a bad economy, and if they immigrate to our country, Mexico, um, we we should give them refugee. So I think that Mexico could be losing money, spending money in immigrants, and I think that it is not a good idea for the economy. I'm not. Sorry. Just give me a second.
It's okay, don't worry.
I don't discriminate the people. I don't have any problems with the people from Venezuela, El Salvador. I don't have problems, but I see the government's perspective, and I think the government should take care about the economy, about the people in Mexico in first place, about the Mexicans. So I think that um, taking consideration of our economy, I think that we don't need more immigrants, and we need more tourists.
Excellent. That's it. All right. So, a question, kids. What nationalities are some immigrants who come to Mexico in this case? What's your opinion, Marie, Flor, Samuel, Fernando?
Mm, okay.
Guatemalan people, teacher? Sorry.
Yes.
Salvadorans.
Salvadorian people, yes.
From
Anywhere
people
else?
from Guatemala.
Guatemalan, excellent.
Guatemala, yes. Here in my town, Tlanepantla, there are a lot of people from Guatemala, El Salvador, and República Dominicana, and they are on the streets, and they tell that if you want to help them because they need to go to United States. So it's in, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, they arrived to Tlanepantla, and there are a lot of people on the streets and the traffic light, and only they say, please help me, I need to eat.
My
And they speak in
goodness.
English.
Yeah, that's it. So it's a very sad situation for them. But it is so painful for us because we can't solve our own problems, and we have to solve the other ones. Okay.
Yes.
Anybody else's opinion, kids? More comments? Okay. You know what? I think that we could be talking for a long time about this interesting topic, but time is over. So I don't know if you have any question, any commentary. No? Well, I
No,
would
I
like
don't.
no, I would like to remind you that in this week You don't have any assignments, just the midterm exam. The midterm exam is marked as, in case of C1, is Unit 3 speaking exam. And when we are talking about C1 plus, it's Unit 8 speaking exam.
Okay.
So don't forget to do it, all right? Don't miss it.
Teacher,
Okay.
Yes.
what about the assignments of the Unit 3? We have to do that?
Yes, please.
All right. Those are part of the exam, right?
Aha, yes, that's it. Well, the exam is just an exam that is marked as speaking exam.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you for me.
thank you very much for your attendance, for your attention, and for your participation. Thank you. Meet you next class.
Okay, thank
See you
you.
next class.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
See.
Good night, everyone.
James, bye.
Good night.
Night,
Bye.
everyone.